Greetings, Cleveland. This is Hollywood Kids, the show that spotlights some of Cleveland's most talented and gifted kids. Kids who dream, kids who soar, kids who one day could make that journey from Cleveland to Hollywood. I'm your host, Cornell H. Calhoun III, and my guest today is the one and only Logan Dior Williams. Logan, welcome to Hollywood Kids. What's going on, girl?
Hello.
Logan, I was looking at your resume. How old are you first? How old are you?
I'm 14 years old.
14. Your resume is longer than mine. What's that about, girl?
Well, Mr. Calhoun, I'm trying to be like you. You're the one who actually got me into playwriting.
Hey, now that's a perfect answer. So you started performing when you were 3, right?
Yes.
Do you remember anything about that performance?
I do remember that performance. The first performance was, so it was about when I was doing videos and I just was kind of blowing up off little dancing videos in my grandma's basement.
Okay.
So then my grandma introduced me to you because she knew that you were writing plays and things. And you put me in, I think it was the Granddaddy and Daughter Dance, and that was my first play ever.
The first play was What If? And we did it at the City Hall Rotunda. You played Martin Luther King's youngest daughter. And I have a photo of Logan in that production. Why do you like to perform, Logan? What do you get out of performing?
I just love performing. It really makes me happy. I love pretending to be new characters. I love reading lines. I love imagining what the scene will be like in my head or what the play will be like in my head. It makes me happy. It makes me want to explore more things or even go into deeper depth about my character.
Okay, so what's the first thing you do before you go on stage? I mean, right before you go on stage.
So most people would do warm-ups or read through their lines. What I do is I eat. And I know it sounds weird because every show I always eat before I go on stage. It gives me good luck. I could eat a burger, some pasta, you name it, I could eat it. But it gives me good luck.
It gives you good luck. Now, that's interesting because I never eat before I get on stage or film. I'm just too nervous. That's interesting for you. So next, are there any performers that you admire? Any performers you would like to emulate?
Well, first I would like to say Cornell Calhoun. And then second, even though she's a singer, I'll say Jennifer Hudson. Because in all of her plays she always made the character better than it could have ever been, better than anyone thought it could have ever been. So I really admire her. She just really inspires me. She came up as a Black woman, and that really I feel like I can also be that person.
So you're 14, and what school do you attend?
I attend Wade Park.
And you're in the
8th grade. I graduated in 26 days.
Okay. And you're an honor roll student.
Yes.
What do you like about school?
So I'm an extrovert. I like the kids. I like being around people. It really makes me happy. I also like social studies. And I know that's probably not everyone's favorite subject, but I like learning about history because I like learning about history because when I need to act or when I need to play a certain role, I will know around the time scale when it was done, or I can be better at that role.
And what roles would you enjoy playing in the future? What would be your dream role? If someone said you could select any role, what would you be? What would you want to portray?
Okay, so even though lots of people like to play the good guy, I want to play the bad guy. I feel like it would just be so much fun. Crazy enough, and this sounds really crazy, I want people to be in the audience and be like, I really hate that character. And then when they meet me in person, they really love me. And that's what I really want. I want to be the bad guy. I actually want to play the role of Little Tina Turner or Little Aretha Franklin, and that's it.
What qualities do you believe, even at your young age, an actress needs to possess, to portray a powerful character? What qualities do you think are needed for that?
So one, I feel that you gotta have the most confidence in yourself. So yeah, you can walk on stage, you can be very confident, but don't just be confident in yourself, be confident in your lines, be confident in how you're gonna portray the lines, be confident in your cast members. That's all I have to say. Also, one thing about me is, everyone knows this, not when I get a script, I'm learning my lines, I'm learning your lines, I'm learning everyone's lines. So don't just try to learn your part. Learn the people in front of you's part. Learn everyone's part. Because then they might need you to play that character. And that's just double the experience.
Okay. So what was, in your eyes, your worst performance ever? Or performance that you didn't think was up to your abilities and talent, if there was such a performance?
Okay, so yes, this was their one performance. It was Fences, and I know a lot of people loved me in that. But I just felt like the role I was given, I felt like I could have done more. Or I felt like I went on there and I wasn't in the right state of mind for myself.
Okay, so, but what Fences are we talking about? Because you portrayed Raynell, right?
Yeah.
And you portrayed that role twice, right?
Yes.
Because one time you did it at the Aurora Community Theater and then at the historic Calhoun House. So which one are you referring to?
I'm talking about Aurora.
Aurora, okay. So what did you learn from that?
What I learned from that was, when you go on stage, one thing you have to notice is you have to be in the right state of mind. I was so focused on different things that I was not really listening to my cues and all that. So that's why I'm saying that was probably one of my worst performances. Crazy enough, a lot of people loved me in that. And I was just like, yeah, I agreed, but in my head, I'm just like, I felt like I could have did better.
I loved you in it too. This might be a difficult question, but maybe not. So you portrayed Raynell twice. Mm-hmm. What were the differences besides the fact that you were older? What were the differences that you saw when in your performance at Calhoun versus the Aurora Community Theater?
The differences I saw was, at Aurora, I was very young. I didn't feel like I was really in character at that moment. Okay. I felt like I was still Logan, but I was not really Raynell. At Calhoun, it was just like different. Like, one thing I noticed about the cast, they were really hyping you up behind stage. It was a really amazing cast. What else? Oh, so my character there, I felt like it was another girl also playing Raynell too. Okay. So we would switch off nights. So I'm a very competitive person, one thing about me. So one thing about me is I'm always going to try to be better than I ever could have been. So I felt like when I saw her perform, it made me want to perform better. And that's just, I felt like I was really in character. I was more Raynell than I've ever been Logan. And that's what really changed.
So you've worked at so many theaters, the Obama, Cleveland Public Theater, the historic Calhoun House, Aurora Community Theater. So you've worked with a lot of different directors. Mm-hmm. What are some of your favorite directors and why? Okay,
so first we're going to start with you, Cornell Calhoun. And then also, I don't really have one. And that's crazy. I don't really have a favorite director. I felt like they were all really great people. And they were all just, yeah, they were all really great people.
And what about theaters? Did you have a preference of what theater you perform at?
Oh, my favorite theater is Calhoun.
Calhoun.
No, I love Calhoun because their audience is amazing. They'll respond to anything. I remember one time I was performing Raynell in Fences, and my mom that I was adopted by, she was actually arguing with my father right before he died. And so actually when the Caramel House, the audience had found out that he cheated and got another woman pregnant, and that was me, I'm the child, a lady screamed in the audience, hit him with the bat. And the whole cast was dying behind stage. Because we didn't know what to say. We're like Caramel audience is like the best audience, and that's why I love it.
So what's your favorite role and favorite performance in a film or a play?
Well, my favorite role is Van's Ice Cold Lemonade. That was like one of my favorite films ever. I got a lot of positivity from that. I really started to overbook jobs once that was shown. It was really shown like all over. I still get compliments for that video till this day, so it really made me happy. I really
Van's
love
Ice
that.
Cold Lemonade.
Yes.
I got a surprise for you. We've got a clip of Van's Ice Cold Lemonade, an award-winning film starring Logan Dior Williams. Let's take a look.
Where's Van?
He ain't here.
I'd like an ice cold lemonade.
That'd be $2.
The sign say $1.
That's Van's sign. My sign says $2.
I don't see another sign.
I didn't put it up yet.
You got any water?
$3.
A bottle?
I can put it in a cup, but if I put it in a cup, it's $4.
How does water cost more than lemonade?
How does Mercedes cost more than Chevy? It's all on how you place your value.
What? That's crazy.
This to you?
Wow. Great job, Logan.
Thank
now,
you.
Tell me why you enjoyed that film so much.
I really enjoyed that film only because I remember we got to dump water on you after. Also, after that, we really got to drink the lemonade. It was fun. It was like we were in character without being in character, if you understand it. Like, we were really there just having fun. We didn't you even took some shots where we weren't recording. We were just in the camera just having fun.
Now, so after that film was over, what did you ask me for?
I asked you for the lemonade, and crazy enough, let me tell you. So I asked you for the lemonade, and me and Lena, we went back to my house, and we actually sold the lemonade. And we made like $260. It was crazy. And we spent that money so fast. We went to the store like right after, and we split the money evenly, so we both had like $130. So I even have a post on our Instagram where we threw the money up in the air.
Okay. We're going to see if we can find that. But yeah, I remember that because I had no idea when you asked me for the lemonade and the containers and the lemons, I had no idea what you had planned, So
Yeah,
that was
we
pretty
sold
good.
it. And it was like crazy enough, we had people pulling in my mom's driveway and then pulling back out. My mom was like, it was really fun though.
Good, good. So let's switch gears a little bit. In terms of theater and film. You've done so many other things, like you were on the Cavs junior scream team. Name some other things. I know you did commercials. You did commercials for the Cleveland Indians. You did commercials for B&M. Any other things you've accomplished besides entertainment-wise?
So cheerleading, I really love cheer. It's always been a big part of my life. My mom was a cheerleader. My grandma was a cheerleader. My auntie was a cheerleader. It's always something I want to do. Currently, I'm running track. I'm on a winning streak right now. I haven't lost yet.
What events are you participating in?
So I participate in the 4x1, the 400, and the 800. So I haven't lost yet, first place. It's really exciting.
So what schools have you run against so far?
I've ran against Daniel E. Morgan. I've ran against Warner. One of my greatest friends actually goes to Mary Bethune, and crazy enough, I beat her. I was like, but she still congratulated me, and that's like what a real friend does. So I've ran against like 9 other schools that I can't name because I don't know them.
So are you looking forward to running track in high school as well? Or?
Yes, so I will be going to CSA, but I will be taking and participating in cheer and track at John Hay.
Okay.
So when you go to a different school and they don't have those certain sports, you are allowed to go to those certain sports at a different school of your choice without going to that school.
Okay. So let's talk about all you do in the community.
Yes, let's talk.
You're an exceptional young lady, and I remember a couple of times on your birthday, rather than get gifts yourself, you gave gifts. Tell me about that.
So on the way to a rehearsal for you, me and my mom, we actually saw a homeless man by your building. So I'm like, Mom, do we got something in the car? Like, I don't really like seeing people like this. So we gave him a blanket. We had some leftover chicken. We just came from Dave's, and I gave him the chicken. I'm like, God bless you. So now I'm like, Mom, like, now that I think about it, we always pass a homeless person on every street. Like, in my community, we always pass a homeless person. Like, can we probably do a little bit more? Like, I know we can't change every homeless person in the world, but we can do a little more right here in Cleveland. So for my birthday, for my 10th birthday, I asked everyone who came, you don't have to bring me a present, you ain't gotta bring me money, but please bring a blanket. Because my birthday is in winter. So I'm like, just bring a blanket. And they brought over 300 blankets. So that was like really surprising. So now we're going to homeless shelters. We have like blankets in my mother's trunk that we're giving to homeless people that we just see. So now for my 11th birthday, I'm like, well, I'm in love with pets. My grandma won't let me bring one to her house. My dad won't let me bring one to his, and my mom won't let me bring one to hers. So I'm like, well, I've been seeing a lot of pets that have been getting injured on Instagram or like beaten by their owners. So I'm like, let's go do something nice for the pets. For my 11th birthday, I gave back food and toys to the pets. For my 12th birthday, I gave back things to homeless children. So at first I did men and women, and then I did children. So now people are asking me to partner with them. So I partner with a company called Hope. They sell shirts, and it's about like empowerment or helping homeless. So they sell shirts. I partner with them. I also partner with another company. And Giving Tuesday, we gave back hygiene products and also food bags. And that was really fun. We went around the city just giving out stuff. It was a full-blown tour.
That's incredible. And from the blanket and homeless program, there was a documentary, an award-winning documentary. Tell us about that, because that came from your giving back to the homeless.
So my mom, it was actually brought to my mom's attention that this should be on film. This should be on film. So we're filming, and it was crazy. Like, we're filming. It's a homeless person actually sitting there. So we like, let's give him a blanket. And can we like film you? So we're doing all of this, but the only reason we made that film was so people would know more about it. So that's really why all those partnerships came along, because of that award-winning film.
My mom and grandma says everyone has a purpose. I wonder what mine is. I wonder if mine is up there. Maybe I should go looking for my purpose. It's gotta be out there somewhere. I got it. I wanna help people. But what can I do? I'm only 10 years old. My name is Logan Dior Williams, and my purpose is to help people. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. There seems to be a lot of homeless people around. Maybe that's how I can help. I want to be a blessing. I got it. Blanket blessings. America is the richest country in the world. Big houses, so many wealthy people, yet we have so many homeless people. It seems like the rich are really rich and the poor are really poor. It seems like no one notices that there are so many people hungry, have nowhere to sleep, children with nothing to eat, sleeping on cardboard boxes. I'm sure that's not the American dream. Is this what our American flag stands for? Is this truly the land of the free and the home of the brave? But the only home I see is the homeless. So I know my purpose. I know what I want to do. I want to provide blankets to the homeless. But where do I start? Who's going to listen to a 10-year-old? In this big city, there are so many homeless that can use a blanket. Now it's time to put my plan in action. But I don't do anything without asking God first, because without Him, none of this will be possible. And I can do all things through Christ, who strengthens me. Now, how can I get people to donate a blanket? I got it. It's my birthday. Over 500 people came to my birthday. Usually on your birthday, people bring gifts for you. But on my birthday, people brought gifts for me to give to the homeless. They blessed me by giving me blankets so I can bless the homeless.
Yeah, very, very, very great film. You did an excellent job on that. I'm so proud of you. You've grown into a young woman. So proud of you. So what we're going to do now is, because you're so in tune with society, and we know that depression is can be devastating, we're going to take a look at a monologue that you have performed for me called Depression. So we're going to take a look at that monologue right now.
I'm broken. Shoot, I'm tired. I feel like I'm screaming for help and no one listens to me. I feel like I'm trapped, like I'm nailed to the floor. So I sit back and watch everyone else smile. Am I depressed? Am I angry? I've been alone my whole life. Nobody has been there for me. I'm tired.
Powerful, Logan Dior Williams. Great job, great job. Why did you select that monologue?
I selected that monologue because I have a friend that is going through depression, and she really means a lot to me. So my friend, her name is Serenity, and I'm tired of people telling her that she has to take a certain medicine because it only makes you more depressed. And I'm sorry. So my friend, she's like really close to me. We have been through everything. We went to the same school. I was there for her when she was prescribed depressed. So I just feel like a lot of people relate to these things, and I want people to know that you don't let people tell you that you're depressed, because you might be sad, but when they prescribe you as mentally something, it just doesn't sit right with me. And that's all I have to say.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so where will Logan Dior Williams be 10 years from now?
So in 10 years, she will be probably in rehearsing for 30 films in Hollywood. In 5 years, she will be working on a show with Beyonce. And in 2 years, she will be working with the one and only Denzel Washington.
Okay, sounds great. I think you are a remarkable young lady. I've worked with you since you were 8 years old, and you've grown into a wonderful performer, and even more so, a wonderful person. I'd like to thank my guest, Logan Dior Williams, for stopping by TV 20 today. I'm your host, Cornell Hubert Calhoun III, for TV 20 and Cleveland's Hollywood Kids. Until the next time, trust, believe, dream, soar.